Check 1, 2. Tell these
Take
rappers
it
I'm
on.
outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to Precinct.
Fuck LeBron! Fuck everybody on LeBron! When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
Yeah. Y'all already know the vibery. It is your boy, Fraz Taz, aka the Parlay Lord. I am here tonight with the Knicks and Ish panel, our good brother and our host Tea Time, and of course, the first lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks in the building. Shout out the panel. Shout out everybody who's here in the comments, who's watching the live. Don't forget to press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is caring. And just a reminder, as y'all see in the banner on the bottom of the screen, we got a link to the Knicks and Ish Shopify if you're interested in getting one of these lovely Knicks and Ish hoodies that I got on right here. Go ahead and check that link out in the banner and go on and copy you one. So,
Hold on, I got
tonight.
my hoodie on.
Wait. Oh, wait. He wants to show you the. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. As far as tonight's recap is concerned, the Knicks absolutely thrashed the Timberwolves tonight by a score of 133 to 107. Led by Cat with 32 and 20 with 6 assists against his former team. I like to hear thoughts from the panel because y'all know what we do when we first come on a recap. Let's pass it around the panel. Let me hear y'all reactions to this game. Go right ahead, whoever feel like going to take it on.
Yeah. First and foremost, shout out to my guy Uncle Paulie in the comments. We see you, homie.
Definitely.
Yeah, I only watched the first half. That's pretty much all I needed to see. This game was over by the time halftime came around. Pardon if y'all hear any background noise. Obviously, I'm traveling home from work, but yeah, Julius got off to a hot start. It was a little worrisome because, say what you want about Julius. We've seen on many times as a Knick that he can take over a game. You know what I mean? And absolutely dominate. So to say that I wasn't worried when Julius got up to a hot start, that'd be a lie. But I was sitting there watching with a coworker, and I told him, I said, hey, Tibbs is going to put OG on Julius, and OG going to shut all that shit down. And that's exactly what happened. Like, Tibbs called a timeout a few minutes later, and then the next play out, OG was on Julius and slowed all that shit down. Yeah, I mean, Cat was absolutely phenomenal. I gotta say that. So who
Give
won
me
track?
1 second, cause look who pulled up. The man, the Timberwolves fan.
Hey,
I love it.
Hey, we warned you.
I told him to pull
good
back.
Brother.
I told him to pull back up when we played too, right? I'm glad you're here. But yeah, Cat was absolutely phenomenal tonight. You know what I mean? Showing he the big dog and be like, yo, you guys messed up. You should have traded Gobert, but hey, now I gotta give him work.
Facts.
Gotta give him work like Job Call. But yeah, it was a great game. I'm not gonna be too long-winded. I mean, we're gonna circle back around. But yeah, that's just my quick observation of the game tonight. And Mrs. Knicks know what I want to hear, and I didn't say it because
and she's about to give it. She's about to say it right now. Go right ahead, sis. Say it.
Let's see, because I saw they changed it. 39 assists.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is what wins games. Team basketball wins games. And I'm going to refer, and y'all know I don't like Gilbert Arenas and I don't like his podcast, but I was watching because Frank was watching the other day, and they were going back and forth on if chemistry wins games or if talent wins games. Chemistry wins the
Wins
game.
games. Hands down.
39 assists says it all. Cat went back to Minnesota and gave him the business. Can nobody stop him? Nobody could stop Cat. And I'm gonna say it. Thank you, Brooklyn, because Mikal did dumb dirty.
I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna need you.
29, 6 and 6.
Can we, for future references, can we call him Manhattan Bridges from now on? Because he's really been like showing out his last 10 games. If we really want to be technical about Manhattan Bridges, you know what I'm
Man,
saying? His last 10 games, he's really been putting on for us. I mean, tonight we knew we needed him to step up a little bit more because Josh Hart was out. And literally he stepped up to the challenge and literally put up Josh Hart numbers tonight. If you really want to get technical, like hold on one second here. Let me, I got to go to my couple of stats I want to point out. Let's talk about Precious real quick and the double double that Precious gave us off the bench tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 13 and 10. See, Uncle Paulie, that's why you my guy. You know I was about to get there. I was getting there. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. I see him. Trust me. Precious came in and was literally cleaning up the boards, especially in that third quarter when Tibbs decided to, get, because let's put it like this way. Brunson didn't even have to do much this game. All right. Brunson did not have to do a lot this game for us to win this game. You love to see that from your New York Knicks, where Brunson don't got to feel pressed to put up 20, 25 every night. Nah, the other guys got it. They was like, nah, Captain, we got you tonight. Fall back. We got this. Cat took
I,
over.
I,
Cat.
I was about to say that when he was done.
Mm-hmm.
When Sims scores, you're it's over.
Look,
Pack them
oh,
up.
can I add on another stat about Bridges? I believe Bridges is somewhere to the tune of like plus 150 in his last 5 games, something crazy like that. He is something crazy, right? He was plus 35 tonight. Hands down, Bridges is starting to show why he was brought over here. Brooklyn, you didn't know what you was doing when you had Bridges. Let us show you what to do with Manhattan Bridges. We know how to get proper use out of Manhattan Bridges all day in America.
I'm gonna say it again. Thank you, Brooklyn, because
Facts.
they was talking about they kept on saying we'll see about Mikal, and I'm like, yeah, we will see because
We will.
we knew what we was getting, and the way that this team is built, that on any given night, that it can be anybody in the starting five night, it is so fire. You know what I mean? Because obviously JB didn't have it going tonight, and I don't think it was lack of like he just wasn't in the zone. I just think that he didn't have to have it going tonight, and he really took a night off. Like, all right, it's Cat and Mikal's night, and we're gonna let them cook. And cook is exactly what Mikal did in the first half. He was every time because I was at work, but I was watching the game, and every time I cut my eye from the TV and turned back around, Mikal was making a three tonight. What was Mikal's 3-point stats for the night?
Mikal was 50% tonight, 4 for 8. He was 4 for 8 tonight. 12 for 18 overall from the field. So he shot very well tonight. I mean,
and tonight we saw is something that he's been doing the last few games that we've asked for was get to the cup, and he was doing that
cutting a lot.
Facts. Get to the cup. Let's get some easy buckets that'll make your 3-point shot even better. And then when you do that, then you spread the floor for Cat so he can shoot over the top, have the driving lane, and then when Cat start driving past people and getting to the cup, It makes them hesitant to come out to guard the 3-point line, especially the bigs, and then he makes them pay. You're talking about what
Well,
Cat did to. I'm on Atlanta playing right now. What Cat did tonight against a multiple defensive player of the year, All NBA, a perennial All NBA defensive team player, gave him 32 and 20 boards. That is nasty work.
don't forget the 6 assists because that's
Facts.
another thing too. But here's the thing: he was 10 for 12 for the field, and he hit all 5 of his 3 pointers tonight. And a couple of those threes were contested by Rudy Gobert, and he splashed them right in his eye and left a hand up there like, "Yeah, this is what y'all missing from me in Minnesota, right here." He went to town on them, literally.
And
That's what we gonna say tonight.
the
He
crazy
went.
thing is, they was triple teaming him before he even started going off. They was just
hmm
naturally scared.
And shout out our guy Kev, our co-host here at Knicks and Ish. Yeah, Kev, we basically just doing the go around, touching on the game. Since you just jumped in, I'm go ahead. We want to hear your insight on tonight's game. Go ahead, Kev.
What up, y'all? Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to the panel. Um, I mean, what more can I say, man? Like it was just, the ball was moving nicely. 39 assists. I think that's the uh season
Second
high for the
highest.
Knicks. Second high season high for the Knicks this
Yeah.
year. I think that's the season high though. I think before it was 35, right? So
No, the season high is 45. Remember, we had a
40.
45 assist game recently. This is the second
So
highest
this is the
assist total
second
of the
one.
season, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah.
Okay, but either way, man, like, that first quarter Juice started going off, like T Tom said in the chat. And you know, from there I was like, okay, if that's what he's gonna do, we gotta start answering back. But they answered back quick. They were going back and forth in that first quarter, but that second quarter going forward was
Listen,
just different, man. The ball was moving, shots was falling, guys was cutting, being aggressive. Cat was just pure
listen.
dominant. Cat,
We could we could call the whole second quarter a run because the whole second quarter was a run.
What was
41
yeah,
it
to
like?
18.
I was about to say,
41 to 18. That's an entire run. That's a 12-minute run, ladies and gentlemen. Literally. You hold a team to less than 20 points in a quarter in this modern NBA,
I think they
that's
didn't
something.
score for like 6 minutes.
Yeah. It was a long spell where they didn't have a bucket. Go ahead, Kyle.
no, go ahead, continue, bro.
But the other thing I wanted to touch on, the Knicks absolutely dominated rebounds tonight. Both categories. Literally, the Timberwolves had no answer for us on the boards tonight. Overall rebounds 57-37 in favor of the Knicks. I believe offensive rebounds was 16-6 in favor of the Knicks as
Yep.
well, if I'm not mistaken. I was looking at it before the game, before we did this live. So
And then
it's
41 to
it
31 defensive.
defensively, yeah. So it goes to show you that when the Knicks are rebounding and we're playing our game, we're a hard
Wow.
group to win against. We're hard to win against. You know what I mean?
Shot 44% from the 3-point line,
hmm
51% field goal. Just a
Cat didn't miss a
complete,
three.
it was just really a complete all around beatdown, bro. We
And
completely
the
just,
Cat
you
eighty
know,
in the
percent from the
words of T
field,
Tom,
100% from three. Yeah, word, word, bro.
yo, and listen, it just goes to show you what team ball is all about, man. Like, even Cal today cutting to the basket, being super aggressive, and not just on the offensive end, but even on the defensive end. As of late, as of late, Mikal been cooking, man. Like, so far this is everything you asked of Mikal to do. This
Oh,
is the Mikal we've been looking for all season long.
I forgot to mention
Facts.
somebody too. And I'm shocked that I even forgot to big my guy up. Deuce McBride killing him off the bench tonight in 29 minutes, man. I'm telling you, this guy is showing why he's a six-man candidate of the year so far. He comes off the bench and is just instant offense. 10 points and a three-pointer. Man, bucket. Just bucket when you see
Facts.
him get in there because he's aggressive. Deuce gets in, he's aggressive. He's looking to drive and kick it out if he doesn't have the lane. You saw it earlier tonight. I believe he hit Mikal Bridges a couple of times for open threes and Towns for a couple of open threes tonight. I saw a lot of
He
the
had eight
inside out
assists.
game.
He
The
had eight
inside out,
assists.
the
He had
inside out
16
game was
points,
crazy.
8 assists, 5 rebounds, and
He
one turnover and one steal. So he
killing
filled
them,
up
bro.
the stat sheets today, yo,
Hmm.
and was
Mm.
4 of 9 from the 3-point line. My man Deuce is shooting like almost 43% from the 3-point
43.
line.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
You
42,
know what I
43.
mean?
That's
Like
about
my
right.
man Deuce, the one they said couldn't be that man, the guy who had
Yeah.
no game. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
He was just
You
a G
know,
League king.
and listen,
Exactly.
listen, to hear other arenas screaming out, dude, yo, that just goes to show you all the
Every
hard work.
arena, every
We're
Every
arena.
everywhere.
arena, yo, that just goes to show the hard work, man. The hard work for that kid paid off completely. That's what happens when you don't give up on yourself. You know what I
bro.
mean? And
And his ratchet is crazy. I knew Deuce could play basketball, but never did I imagine he'll be shooting this well, bro. Like his
Confident shooters, man. I'm telling you.
like step backs over defenders,
step
folks.
backs, right? And over tall ass wings. Niggas be like 6'8" guarding him, and he step back
Facts,
and
And
banging on
and
them.
Deuce is
facts.
swishing it on them guys like it's nothing. I'm like, wait
Yeah,
a minute. He
So y'all,
is.
I have the the Timberwolves fan in the chat ready for us. When y'all want me
Oh,
to
oh,
bring him
bet.
on?
yeah.
Yo, bring him
Yeah,
Facts.
you
on,
can bring
man.
them
Let's
on.
talk
We did
some ball,
agree.
man.
Nah, yeah, bring
He
them
did.
on.
So before we get crazy, let me say this: Knicks fans, vote our guys into the All Star game. They
Facts.
deserve it.
Facts.
Oh,
They
wait a
just
It's up
opened
second.
it
to
up.
us to make it happen. Y'all need to vote every day. We can vote once a day. And voting started today. So vote our guys in because if they don't get in, it's only our fault.
Nah, that's a fact. But before you leave, I
No,
don't
I'm
know if
not
y'all
leaving. I
touched.
just wanted to do that before we brought Guy on.
No, no, no,
If
no. I
y'all
know, but I meant to say before you do that. My bad. But before you do that, right? I don't know if y'all touched up on this about Josh Hart or whatever. I don't know if y'all
no, we didn't.
whatever. Hopefully, shout out to Josh Hart and his family. Hope all is well, because I know it was a personal matter. It wasn't even like no
Yeah.
kind of injury or something like that.
Yeah,
So, from the Knicks in this panel to you and yours, man, we hope all is well, man. Shout out to
Facts,
Josh
Josh.
Hart and his
Definitely.
family,
Facts,
bro.
facts,
Word,
facts.
Definitely,
facts.
Josh. We
word.
salute you, Josh. Real talk, man. Hope everything is
Pray,
well.
pray, prayers to you and your family, bro. Smokes up,
Facts. All
But
right,
sis,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
go
bring
ahead.
him up.
Go ahead, sis.
man. Do your thing.
So
And
this
before
is
we,
a Timberwolves fan.
Shout
And
out
I
to
and,
him.
and no lie, much respect for pulling back up after the
Yo,
game.
Word,
yo, what up?
word.
Can y'all hear me?
yo, yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can hear
can.
you
Shout
good.
out to you,
Welcome,
bro.
welcome
Shout out to
in.
you, bro.
Welcome in,
Yeah,
Solidus. Welcome in.
yeah, I appreciate y'all for letting me come on y'all little platform. Y'all got a dope platform. I've been checking y'all out for like a couple of months.
Oh,
Oh,
So I'm
appreciate
fucking
that,
with it.
man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate
bro.
you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nah, shout out to y'all for winning tonight. I had a feeling, it's funny. I was talking to somebody the other day and they were telling me, they were like, if we let Randall be the number one option, we're gonna lose. And it's funny he say that because when I watched the game, that's what happened. He's taking all the shots. They standing around watching him. And it's like they gonna lose if they play like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck be wrong with Ant. Like, I don't know why he's feeding into that. Like, bro, this is your team. They traded what's his face
Mhm.
to make it your team. Why ain't
Mhm.
you taking over? Why are you deferring to this dude?
You
Like,
you
Randall's
know
not a
his
number one
name.
option type player.
Wait,
And
hold
it's
on. You
like
know his name.
I
You
don't
know
get
what's his
that.
face. You know who they
What up?
traded. You know what's his name. You know who they traded.
Nah,
You know his name.
Cat the dude. He played for my team for 9 years, so I respect him. Um, I do find that strange that he's playing different now because all them years in Minnesota, he was putting up numbers like that, but it didn't translate to winning. Now he's out east where you're playing against smaller players. There's only 3 or 4 teams you really got to worry about. Now all of a sudden you're putting up these monster numbers. You couldn't
Well,
do that in the West though, so that's kind of weird. You're not playing
no.
against Jokic. You're not playing against Jokic. You're not playing against Anthony Davis. Because we all know if he had to play against a healthy Embiid, he's going to lose, but he don't got to worry about that because Embiid is hurt. He ain't. I don't think he's going to do that to Giannis because he hasn't been successful against him like when he played for the Timberwolves. But all like in the East, there's only 3 4 teams you got to worry about. In the West, it's 10 teams you got to compete with. So it's like he's playing against easier. It's easier out east. But
I,
he's a great player, but that helps him. You know, you're playing against guys you're bigger than every single game. Why would you not lead the league in rebounds?
I
You know,
will say
so
this. I will say this. But when Tibbs is out west, Cat was putting up
uh-huh.
similar numbers. That's those seasons that Tibbs was there, and those games and it translated to wins. Uh, when he Cat
You
was
gotta be
playing
talking about
well.
the Butler year.
Yeah.
Because the only
Yeah,
the only winning you're talking about is that one year, the 17-18 year. That was the only year. The other years he was there, Timberwolves barely win 25 games.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I said in the last when I was on here last time, some guy was arguing. Well, I wasn't arguing with him, but going back and forth with him. The Timberwolves and Knicks have been trash for since 2003 to like 2019. Both franchises been
Yeah.
garbage. It's been a long
Yeah.
time since the Knicks been good. Y'all got Jalen
Yeah.
Brunson.
Yeah.
Now y'all good now. And then y'all had Randall, but y'all seem to be happy y'all don't got Randall anymore. Y'all loving Cat, which is cool. But
No, but so it's
and
not that we are happy that we don't have Randall because we are huge Randall fans.
Right.
It's just a
I'm
better
shocked.
fit for our team to have Cat.
Well,
Well,
Trust me, when
well,
the
the
trade
way
happened, if you watched our show, when the trade happened, we were
uh-huh.
going off. We were not
yeah,
happy.
yeah, we was not
Yeah.
Yeah,
happy. We
yeah,
was not
yeah. I
happy.
First
We
caught
was
that.
weekend.
like, oh
Yeah.
shit, oh shit, what is going on? Why did this happen, yo? We was bugging
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that because I did see that episode when y'all wasn't feeling that.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like it took me
I,
a while to get over the trade. I ain't gonna hold y'all because Julius Randle came to this team, and at first it was a little bumpy, right? But then,
Yeah,
it kind of changed after that COVID. We won, we made the playoffs that for the first time in years.
right,
So
right,
I'm like, man, we finally got something going. This is the only guy that ever came to the Knicks other than Melo to help turn our franchise around. So, when we lost him in the trade, it was like, damn, he kind of like helped us. So it kind of like
right, right.
it kind of was like, damn, that's fucked up. But, you know, um we moved on. It is what it is. And so far, man, this trade is worked out for the best.
You know, when you say that, um, 2 years ago, on the outside look on the like looking from afar when y'all got Brunson because I knew Brunson was going to leave Dallas. I knew he was going to leave Dallas, and
Right.
when he signed with you all, and then I remember watching. I remember I watched like 15 Knicks games, and I was like, Brunson and Randall don't really fit. They're basically it's kind of like what Ant's going through. In the back of Ant's mind, I can tell he knows he don't really fit with Randall, but he's like being a good teammate and he's going along with it. But he
Yeah.
knows like this is not really a good fit. And I think the same thing happened to Brunson when Randall was there. That's why I honestly believe Brunson was probably when Brunson woke up that morning and saw they traded him, I guarantee he was happy as hell. I guarantee you.
Eh,
I
I
promise you
listen.
that.
I don't know. Like, what with the I who knows? You never know with these
Because
guys. You know what I'm saying?
they were never a good fit together. I mean, they had a little success. I get with that playoff run you were talking about.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that was before Brunson came there, but
But
they never
don't
was a
forget.
good fit.
But
Uh
don't
huh.
forget.
But
Don't forget.
I don't think it's a bad fit for y'all. I think, like you
Nah,
said
it's a bad
earlier,
fit. You
no,
gotta
I think
watch.
Ant has to take control because when you look at
Right.
it, if you
Right.
watch
Okay.
us play last season,
Right.
when
Yeah,
Brunson took control in January, the team
Hmm.
played well with Randall because Brunson was in full control. It's not like everything is
that's
running
right.
through me.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Ant
true.
has
But
to
that's
take that mentality with him, like,
Listen,
Word.
bro, everything is
Anthony
yeah, that's
running
Edwards is
true.
through
a
But that's
me,
right
and
when
you'll get the ball when.
That's right when Randall got hurt and then he missed the rest of the
Yeah.
season. But yeah, that's true. What you're saying. Yeah,
but
Anthony
listen, let's
So
Edwards.
be
Because remember. Hmm.
Ant gotta take it. He
yeah,
gotta
listen.
demand that
I was about
everything
to
runs through
say,
right.
him.
if the ball
Yeah, go
don't
ahead.
run through Anthony Edwards, he doesn't
It ain't gonna work.
perform well. It's proven. You've seen it in
Yeah,
games
that's a
this
fact.
season where I forgot what game it was where he only had like 14. Again, I think it was the second game against the Lakers, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
They
that
still
Lakers
did well,
game a couple
but
weeks
he only
ago.
had like
Yeah,
14. He only had like 14. They barely was running the ball through Anthony
And
Edwards. They was going more through
and
Julius.
another thing people forget. Carl Anthony Towns didn't mind playing second fiddle to Anthony Edwards either. Like he
That's
was
true.
like, "Yo, go ahead, run the team, bro. This is your team. I'ma just sit back and do
uh,
me." You know what I mean? But
let me
I
cut
don't
in
know.
on this.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Basically what it was they realized what happened with Cat and when he was here and like 2 years ago, that Memphis series was very telling. They realized they can't really win with Cat as their number one. And they saw how Anthony Edwards was like, he's a player that you can actually win with. So they did the Gobert trade because Cat likes to play like a guard. He's still doing it now. He
Yeah.
plays like a guard. So it's like you need a guy that can get rebounds, that's going to play inside. Rudy's going to do that. Cat's not going to do that. Cat's still playing like he did in Minnesota and New York. It's just that in New York, you're playing against smaller players. The teams are smaller out there. You don't got to play against no Jokic or like I said earlier. So he's getting more
True, but
rebounds. It looks like he's playing better, but it's the same thing he did in Minnesota. You bring Cat back out
well,
west, he'll still be good, but his production is going to drop a little bit. You know what I
well,
mean? Because
I
he.
would. If I
Now go
could,
ahead.
real quick, I ain't trying to cut you off, Solidus, but
Now go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cat's actually putting up career numbers in New York
Yeah.
right now.
All career highs. Yeah.
He easily could not be. And you know, this is one thing I say a lot because chemistry is a thing, as was just touched upon earlier in the show.
I
Now,
agree.
to see Cat's chemistry this fast, coupling with Brunson, it is a testament to say that it is Cat because at the end of the day, Cat could easily be struggling right now. And we could
Yeah,
be
y'all.
talking about 15 and 12 Cat as opposed to 25 and 14 Cat. You understand what I'm saying?
Everybody, everybody in New York should be giving Brunson the Christmas present because he took less money that gave them the cap space to even let them bring because Cat's getting paid like he's one of the top three players in the league. That contract is
Hmm.
massive. Pause.
That
So
that coupled with
so
that coupled with
Brunson taking a
Mikal
pay
Bridges
cut is
not
allowing
signing
that.
yet. Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
what I'm
coupled
saying
with
because
Mikal Bridges not signing.
yeah, because y'all cap space is kind of almost as bad as ours because Bridges, then OG Anunoby, Brunson when his contract's up, he's not gonna take another pay cut when his contract's up. And Josh Hart, I think y'all might trade Josh Hart. We'll see, but I can see y'all getting rid of him. I know y'all don't want to break that
Nah.
Villanova.
Mm,
I got a feeling. Don't be
mm-mm.
surprised. Maybe not, but don't be surprised.
Um, I don't see it happening.
Don't be surprised.
Josh, Josh is a
I
key
like
cog
Josh Hart.
in what this team does. He's a key piece. I don't see him going anywhere. He's a pillar.
Oh no, that
I don't
cap,
see the Knicks moving him.
y'all
Mm-mm.
cap space is not favorable. They might fuck around and do something because of that. So don't be surprised. They
I
shouldn't,
wouldn't.
but don't be
I
surprised.
wouldn't. I wouldn't be. But at the same token, there's still time to re-sign Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Um, most of our guys is already under contract for the next 2 to 3 years, so there's no issues with the starters. So
And
it's
there's
just a
always money
matter
to
of,
make in New York.
yep.
So after seeing tonight, let me ask y'all this: how far y'all
Hmm.
think y'all going to go this season?
We gonna
Listen,
meet Boston in the Eastern
The
Conference
ECF?
Finals, and then we see
I,
what
s-
happens. Then it's gonna come up to health because we match up well with them. once our chemistry gets well, once our chemistry is where it's supposed to be, we match up very well against Boston.
I'm gonna
Listen,
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. If y'all can defend against Boston jacking up threes, if y'all can actually defend against that, y'all got a chance to beat them, and y'all got a really good chance to beat them in a 7-game series. Because that's the only thing y'all got to worry about when y'all play them. Because they like to shoot threes all damn game. If y'all can defend against
true.
that, y'all got a really good chance to beat them. I could see y'all going 7 games with them and possibly winning the series. I could see y'all
Listen,
doing that.
honestly, I agree with you, and let me add on as well to that because, as you've heard here on this panel before, we are the number one rated offense in the league. So scoring an
Uh-huh.
issue against nobody. All
That's a
right.
fact.
Now, when we're healthy and this team is on all cylinders, this team is easily a 50, at least a 50-55 win team. No question about that.
Y'all spanked
Now,
y'all
let's
spanked the
go through.
Nuggets last
Let's go
month
through
just
the.
as bad as y'all spanked us.
Yes, yes, that's a fact. And as I've said on this show before, the Knicks have been competitive against the West the last 5 years because we've been winning
Hmm.
games against the West, winning against Dallas, winning against Minnesota, winning against who, Denver, as he
Denver.
just aforementioned. You know what I'm
You said
saying? But at
Dallas?
the same,
Nah, Dallas
yeah.
been busting our
Now
ass.
No. I
we've
think
beat
Dallas get
Dallas.
y'all. Dallas
We
get
beat
y'all.
Dallas in recent years. We beat Dallas in recent years.
Y'all
Matter of
played
fact,
Dallas. Y'all
we
played
beat them
Dallas
last
last month,
year.
and they gave y'all played Dallas last month, and they gave y'all that work. Luca got busy
Hmm.
on y'all.
No, Luka didn't play.
Nah, it was
Luka didn't
Luka
Kyrie
play.
played
that
down
got
to our
big.
Kyrie,
second
yeah, okay,
string.
Kyrie
yeah,
that
yeah.
got
I was about to say, nah, that
Kyrie.
was the Kyrie
Cause yo,
Irving.
man,
That's a
every
Kyrie
time
I
Irving
like
Kyrie
moment.
be
Luca.
like, yo, I like beating the Knicks. I'm like, this
I like
motherfucker.
yeah, I like Luca. I like Luca so much. I forgot. Yeah, it was Kyrie, but yeah, Dallas. I don't think y'all can beat Dallas. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I think Dallas got y'all number.
Yeah.
I don't
ever
even think we
since
can
the
beat Dallas.
ever
To be
since the
honest with
Jalen
y'all,
ever since the Jalen Brunson
That's
losing
that's
Jalen
a
Brunson, they've
story.
been real salty with us.
Yeah.
he didn't
They
want to
have,
play. He
but
didn't want to keep
they could
playing with
beat us
Luca.
1 game, 2 games, but they not beating us a series. Because when you
That's what
look
I'm
at it, their
saying. Like,
depth is once we're healthy, their depth can't fuck with us.
I don't see y'all stopping Luca. That y'all ain't doing that. No,
I mean,
y'all
they
ain't
said we
stopping
couldn't
Luca.
stop Ant, and he only scored 17 today.
I
To
think
keep it
you
real
That's a
with
can.
you,
fact. That's a fact.
nah,
I think you can
let me respond
describe
to
the
I
that.
could have
talent.
told
Go
you.
ahead.
That's a
Go
fact.
ahead,
Let me
Solidus.
respond to that. Let me respond to that. Ant-Man's my guy, and I like him better than Luca, but I'm gonna keep it real. Luca has a bigger brain, meaning he has a higher IQ than Ant-Man does. That's the only reason why y'all were able to do what y'all did to Ant. Let Ant up his IQ like Luca, y'all ain't fucking with Ant. Ant doesn't play smart basketball. He plays smart basketball, but not on the level as Luca. Luca is like a fucking genius out there. If
Yeah,
y'all
but
He
we
had
got
to
said
that
play
Kyrie
Luca,
gonna
resume,
have to
bro.
score
if
50
y'all had
plus
to play
each
Luca,
to beat
and
us.
then you got Kyrie as his Robin, y'all not beating the Mavericks.
The
Cat can
only
score 30 and 20, still gonna lose. It's not happening.
Yeah. I don't know. And the reason why I say I don't know is because the first time we played the Mavericks this season with this version of the team, I felt like it was still mad kinks get worked out. Mikal wasn't in stride
mm-hmm.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, and our bench was all the way depleted. Like, we didn't have nobody coming off the bench for real. Everybody was
Just
hurt.
Deuce and Cam.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, like,
That's a
I
fact, Uncle Paulie.
I'm not going to take the W away from them. They absolutely did what they were supposed to do, but I don't think that
Yeah.
was the version of the Knicks that they would see like in the postseason. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if all's healthy, and I in that version, I think beats the Mavericks in six for real. You know what I mean? I know Luka's gonna get his buckets. I know Kyrie's gonna be tough to
Mm-hmm.
stop,
Mm-hmm.
but I think we got the tools to not only match
Excuse
up
me.
with Luka's and Kyrie's production, but also have the auxiliary pieces around them that will, outweigh what the Dallas Mavericks have. We got McCall. Like, who's gonna score? Who on the Mavericks outside of Luka and Kyrie that could give you 30, like Mikal just did tonight? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Nobody comes off the top of
Nobody.
my mind,
It's
right?
gonna be hard. It's gonna
But
be hard for Cat to just get in there and get rebounds like that because you got Lively and Gafford.
and
Both of them
Yeah.
dudes is more both of them dudes
Yeah,
is
but
more
we'll have
physical than
Mitchell
Cat,
Robinson too.
and
and they
that's what
know
I
how to
was.
get those
Right. That's
rebounds.
true. Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mitchell
We'll
Robinson
have
should be
Mitchell
back at that
Robinson.
time. You know what I mean? And you talking
And
about
Precious.
and you talking about when Mitchell Robinson's healthy, you talking about the best offensive rebounder in the game. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
Facts.
right.
Mitchell
so
Robinson.
Yeah,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
I
When
yeah.
would
he's
give
healthy,
that to Sabonis.
nah.
I wouldn't say
Mitchell,
Mitchell
Nah.
Robinson's a
no,
better
hold on,
Nah.
hold on,
offensive
Nah.
rebound than
hold on,
Sabonis for the
Can
Kings.
I
Mitchell
say?
Robinson out
Go ahead.
rebounded
hold on,
entire
y'all.
That's
Hold on.
teams
crazy.
before he got
Hold on,
hurt last
y'all.
season.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Mitchell
Y'all gotta
Yeah.
watch
Robinson.
more Kings games. Y'all
Listen,
gotta watch
listen,
more
I
Kings
watch.
games.
I
good
watch him.
brother, good
If you
brother.
think Mitchell Robinson's a better rebounder than Sabonis, then y'all, I don't
No,
think y'all
no,
watching
no.
Kings games.
No, hold on, good
Hold
brother.
on, hold on, hold
Hold
on.
on. It's not about watching. It's what the numbers tell you. Mitchell Robinson was out rebounding, offensive rebounding teams, whole entire teams before he got injured. They put up the stat. They had teams name and Mitchell Robinson was number two in between teams names in offensive rebounds. Like it's not a matter of watching the game. It's literally the numbers is telling you who's the best at offensive rebounding, and it was Mitchell
What?
Robinson. It
I
was
was just
Mitchell
about
Robinson.
to say. Didn't he out
Yeah,
rebound 90% of the league? Like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yep, by
yeah.
himself.
So,
Nah, Mitchell,
By
but
he
itself.
wouldn't be,
Yes. Yes.
he wouldn't be on no
We
Facts.
would
trade block if
we
that
would
was the
have to
case.
show we would have to show him that stat
you know,
for him
the thing is,
to believe it because
the
that's the
reason why
only way.
he's on maybe on a trade block is because of his health.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not
right.
because his
It's him.
offensive
Nah,
rebound.
Mitchell Robinson's a good player, but I wouldn't say he's out rebounding. Like I wouldn't say all that. That might be
Okay,
a little too much. He's a good
okay.
player.
Nah. It was
He's
a
going to help
fact,
y'all.
bro.
He's going
Nah,
to help
bro.
y'all, but
It
Hold
was
on.
a
that
it was
Lively and
posted,
Gafford
bro.
matchup, I don't think y'all fucking with that. That Lively
Nah,
and
yeah.
Gafford matchup. And then, last week when the Hawks beat y'all in that NBA Cup game, they kind of was like doing the same thing Dallas would do. They were like real physical in the paint and the little
Again,
bullshit ass flopping stuff that Jalen Brunson does. They're not really calling fouls for that. That kind of took him out of the game.
Mitchell
So
Robinson
if they
changes
can if they
all of
can
that.
get that, then yeah.
That's
But
the point.
overall, but to keep it real, overall, the Knicks are a good team. Y'all got one tonight. We play y'all again. We should be able to win. I don't think the Knicks is that good to beat Minnesota like that. They did it tonight, but I don't think it's a every time
Always
they
gonna
play
happen.
they're gonna beat us. That would be shocking if that happened. So
Oh,
we'll double back. We'll double back.
always gonna
That
happen again. It's
uh,
gonna happen again. And you're welcome.
yeah.
You're
Cat,
more than welcome to pull back up after it happens again. You know what I mean? Because
No,
it's
I'm
gonna
definitely
happen.
with that. Yeah, I'm
wait.
enjoying this right here.
Can
It's
I
going.
can I add in that Cat got your number now, man? Let's just call it what it is, man. Cat
Nah,
got your number, bro.
Cat played for my team
He
for 9 years. There's no
he's
reason for
great.
me to
Yo,
talk
I
Listen,
ain't
bad
gonna
about
he
hold you
Cat.
got
though.
he got the Timberwolves marked on the calendar every time
Yeah,
now.
he does.
Timberwolves, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yo, but
definitely.
that little
It
video
it
had
makes
him.
sense though.
That little video had him emotional before the game. You
Yeah,
could see it all in his face. He
yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, he was, I don't want to say it because I'm gonna get a pause, so I'm gonna just chill out.
I mean, I mean,
I don't want to get paused up out here.
Hey,
I mean,
good brother Uncle Snow move.
from a storyline perspective, it's actually kind of cool that he won because he called Minnesota. This was home 9 years. He didn't want to leave. He
Yeah,
never asked for a
word up.
trade. He was going to play here till he
Word.
retired. That's what he
Yeah.
wanted to do. And then they did
Hmm.
that goofy ass trade. But so from a
Yeah, he
storyline
really came
perspective, it made
home.
sense that he won. That's why you can't really be mad at that. If you're a Timberwolves fan, like that's cool. We'll just double back. That's really how I'm taking it, to be
But
honest.
shout out to your front office. They actually went to his house. He was
Yeah,
saying,
I heard
I
that.
think he had mentioned it on the podcast that they had literally went to his house and had the whole discussion about the trade.
Hey, let
Yeah,
me
So
tell
that
that's
was
you,
kind of wild.
let me tell you this. I covered the Timberwolves, right? I got sources. They traded him for two reasons. They traded him because of y'all probably obviously know this one. The salary cap thing, obviously, it
Yeah,
would have fucked the team up. And then
yeah,
they said the other reason why they traded him is because, from what I heard, from what I was told, they didn't like the way he played in the WCF. They're like, he's a veteran player, and he literally went three
Against
straight
Jokic.
games playing bad, 4 for 32, shooting threes, and they're
yeah.
doubling Ant, and he's just trying to shoot threes. He got a smaller guy guarding him. He's not taking advantage of the mismatch. We don't really like that. Like the WCF, Western Conference Finals. He plays better than that. They probably beat Dallas and we go to the finals. So they didn't like that about him, and that's actually why I'm hearing that in the salary cap reasons why they traded him. If he would have played lights out, they probably would have worked something out and kept him. But I'm hearing those are the two reasons why they got rid of him. They ain't want to mess the team up with the cap, and then they're like, he's been in the league 9 years, and it's like the first time he's really played good in the playoffs, and he's been here 9 years, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so that's why they got rid of him.
So I got
But
a
That's what I've
question
but
for
heard.
you. So I have a question for you. Why y'all wanted
Go
Dante
ahead.
so bad if y'all not playing him?
That's a good question. That's a damn good question. I like that. I think Dante is a good player, but I think he doesn't fit because his ability to beat a defender off the dribble and like penetrate, pause, and like do that at a higher level, he's not really good at that. And I think if he could do that, he would fit better in Minnesota. Am I making sense? Like if he
Hmm.
could get the ball and got a guy guarding him, don't run like because he mostly runs off screens to shoot threes. But let's say he can get the ball and he got a guy guarding him, he can put a move on him and get by him and get to the rim and like finish. You know what I mean? If he could do that, he would probably fit in better. He's trying to just catch and shoot and run off screens over and over again. Doesn't really quite fit how the Timberwolves want to play. It worked in New York. New York and Minnesota got different systems. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. I think he needs to work on his game a little bit more. Let me learn how to do this instead of just relying on catch and shoot. Let me maybe use my quickness to beat somebody off the dribble, get to the rim. You know what I mean? He don't do that. You know what I mean? He'll drive to the rim and then he'll get stuck in the air. Sometimes he'll luck out and get a good pass. Sometimes it'll be a turnover. Y'all probably saw a little bit of that tonight. So yeah, the way he play, it doesn't fit. It's his play style not really fitting them. And I said same thing about Randall. To touch on Randall real quick, he he's a good offensive player. He can score and all that, but his defense is lazy. Minnesota's a defensive team, and he's kind of fucking up their defensive rotations. That's hurting them. And then, like I said, Ant-Man deferring to him and him being the number one guy, that ain't gonna work. So I feel like I would probably keep DiVincenzo, but if I'm the front office, I'm looking to get rid of Randall. He's not going to resign anyways
Yo, I
because
was
he's going
just
to want a
about to
big
ask you
contract.
that. I was
Yeah,
just about to ask you that question. What do y'all think if he was gonna resign or not?
yeah.
Go say it again.
I was just about to ask you that same question. Do you think he was gonna resign with y'all or not?
I don't think he's going to resign because he's going to want a big contract. He's touched 30 now. He's probably thinking, oh, this is probably my last time I can get a real big contract. So he's probably going to want something big. I don't think Minnesota is going to pay him that much money. Maybe if he was younger, because they can, you know how the values in the youth, so they
Yeah.
always going to pay a younger player.
Right.
So maybe if he was younger, but a 30-year-old dude and he doesn't really fit. Everybody knows it, even if they're not going to say it, but everybody knows he doesn't really fit. But I don't think he's going to resign. They're probably going to, from what I'm hearing, they're going to invest that money in re-signing Naj Reid. And y'all know who Nikhil Alexander Walker is, and they want to
Yeah, I
keep
know
him.
that.
So
Yeah,
y'all
that's
gonna buy
that's
out
what I'm hearing.
DiVincenzo? Because DiVincenzo got 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna buy
I'm
him
hearing.
out?
No, they gonna keep him. They're not going. They ain't gonna give up on him. They think he's going to turn it around.
Yeah.
So, and
I
I
think
could I
so
could see
too.
that.
I think so too. I think it's just, a little adjustment, the adjustment process. I don't think he's adjusted just yet, you know?
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, but to respond to the young lady that asked me that, did that make sense? Like
Yeah,
DeVincenzo,
yeah.
like he's good, but there's certain skills he doesn't have that doesn't really fit the team.
No, I get it, and
That's what it
I
is.
kind of was feeling like how Uncle Paulie said, like the Timberwolves demanded him in the trade. Like the trade wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
happened without us putting him in it. So
Right,
y'all
right.
knew you knew what he was.
That's
So
true. That's
that's
true.
what doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like y'all knew what he was. So
Yeah,
y'all
that's
didn't
true.
adjust y'all offense to kind of fit him either. And now y'all just kind of wasted him on the bench.
Yeah, that's true.
Cause I'm not gonna hold you. We damn sure could still use him.
All
Hell yeah.
No, I believe so too. Yeah, they
Yeah.
with
I
the
ain't gonna
Knicks,
hold you.
yeah, y'all got a system that actually benefits players that catch and shoot. We're more
Hmm.
of a run and gun type offense. Y'all
More
kind of
fast
like catch and
paced.
shoot, man, fast pace. So yeah, that's true. Y'all probably could. Yeah, I mean, DeVincenzo's a good player overall. So you're looking at that more than can we fit? You probably thinking, oh, he's a good player overall, so we'll trade for him. We'll figure it out later. That's probably what Minnesota was thinking. You know what I
That's
mean?
funny. Uncle
I
Paulie.
ain't gonna lie,
Uncle
man.
Paulie's
I ain't,
funny.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I done long time got over the fact that we traded Julius Randle, but I'm still mad as hell about DiVincenzo. Cause I be I be thinking like, man, we
Yeah.
good, but you know how much more good we would be if
Bro, because
Devo
I'm
was
not going to
still
hold you
here.
on a game like tonight, hit a drop 20 on top of what Cat and Mikal did.
Exactly.
Like a
Word.
guy, a guy
Yeah.
like Matt Ryan would not be on our team right now if
Well,
Dante was on our team.
Wait,
don't worry,
that's
Kev.
about to change in a minute.
That's about to be
You
a
know
wrap.
what? You know who's about to come back?
Yeah, I
Landry
know.
Sherman is about to come back, and
Facts.
You
yeah,
know
let
something funny? When DiVincenzo left Golden State in 2023, he was actually looking at signing with Minnesota. It's just
Yeah,
that
I
at the
remember
time,
that.
Minnesota was more interested in re-signing Nas Reed, so the little salary cap thing got in the way.
Yeah, I
But he
remember
was
that.
actually close to signing with
Yeah,
Minnesota, and then he
yeah,
went to New York because New York
right,
was able to give him a better contract. Now
right.
he's in Minnesota, so Minnesota had been wanting him.
yeah,
You
I
know,
remember
so
that. I remember that. It was either that. It was three teams. I think it was Minnesota, or staying in Golden State, or resign or signing with the Knicks.
to be honest, I'm surprised Golden State let him go. To be honest with
Yo,
you,
they said my boy out in Oakland, he's a diehard Warriors fan, and he was like, Steph Curry was pissed that they let him
yeah,
go.
I heard that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard he was real
Steph
mad about
Curry
that.
was tight.
Steph Curry was sick. He was
Yeah,
like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I
y'all
heard
letting him
about that. I
walk?"
heard about that. My boy told me.
Because they got my boy Kyle Anderson out there. He mostly riding the bench. They should bring him back to Minnesota. His high
yeah,
IQ play can help us right now.
yeah. I don't understand that for Golden State while slow mo is on the bench. It
I
don't
don't
make
either.
sense. It don't make sense because
Yo,
everywhere that guy plays, he produces. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, he produces and he brings something to the team that most of the other players can't. Yeah, I mean,
Right,
like you said, his high IQ, he's a solid defender. Like
right.
he has decent size. He can shoot a little bit. Like, why is
he's
he on the bench, especially when y'all trash right now?
well,
Word.
it's
Yeah,
just like homie said, like everybody's system is different, and maybe he just doesn't fit that system. You know what I mean?
Wait,
yeah.
if I may, I got a question for you, Solidus. I
All
got a
right,
serious question.
all right.
Do the Timberwolves re-sign Julius Randle? And
Oh,
if
yeah, he touched
so,
that up.
what's the number?
I don't think we re-sign him. I think he's either gone at the deadline or he's just going to walk in the offseason. Because, you know, Tim Connolly, our GM, Tim Connolly, is a very, very, very smart guy. He knows what he's doing. People might not agree right away. This guy knows what he's doing. So I'm pretty sure he's
Wow.
looking like, I don't really, like I said, everybody knows Randall's not really a good fit. Like the young lady said, she knows that they did that trade because mostly for DiVincenzo. Randall was kind of like a
Right.
throw-in, if you will, even though he's
Wow.
the bigger
That's
That's
name.
crazy.
crazy. That's
But
crazy. Wow.
I don't think they resign him
Yo.
because they're gonna want somebody that could kind of like play better defense. And he's lazy on defense, and that's an issue.
No. And that's
Well,
funny because I hear a lot of Timberwolves fans on Twitter going wild crazy on that, bro. Like they
Yeah.
can't stand Randall, yo. I was shocked. I was shocked. I ain't gonna hold you because, I know he used to take plays off with the Knicks, and we always used to talk about that, especially T Time, and
I heard Nick
and
fans. I heard Nick fans
yo,
talk
Nick
down on
fan,
Randall.
yo, no, forget it. Nick Twitter hated him. Nick's Twitter
Yeah.
hated him. They
Me
they was
too for a
yeah
while.
for a while, yeah. But let me ask you something though, right? If
Uh
if
huh.
y'all do decide to trade him at the deadline, right? What kind of player you think you're gonna get back for a guy like Randall, and what kind of package you gonna have to get a guy, for that value?
Probably going to get some role player type players, like a player like Claxton from the Nets, somebody who's good but
Ooh,
not like a high
ooh,
level player, somebody like that.
wow, wow. That
You
would
know what I'm
be,
saying?
yeah,
that was a
Somebody
good.
like
That was a
players
good
come off
pick.
the bench, shooters and stuff like that. That's what they're going to look for. Like somebody that can play defense, shoot when they're open and all that.
That's crazy.
They're not gonna get no big name player for Randall, of course, but yeah, they're gonna like a player like that. I can't really say no name at the moment, but a player like Nick Claxton for the Nets, somebody like that.
Yo,
Um,
so
So
Rudy and Nick Claxton down low. That's crazy.
somebody like that, yeah, that's going to happen. But I got a feeling because, like I said, I'm already hearing whispers that they're looking at deals. I know we're only December, trade deadline's a little bit away, but I'm hearing they're saying they're looking at it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
I could
Wow.
definitely see, as underwhelming so far as the beginning of the season been for y'all. They definitely have to do something. Yeah, I mean, you don't go to the WCF and then just be like, this year is not our year. You feel me? Like
yeah,
you have to shake it up. You know what I mean?
'cause
Because like as much as I been a Julius Randle supporter, he is very frustrating to watch at times. Like, and I don't see anybody else having the patience with him, especially if you're not sure like what his intentions are coming off the free agency. You got to get something for him, or you're gonna lose him. You know what I mean? If you even got a slither of a thought in your mind that he's unhappy, you have to trade him. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to
I
because
mean,
if
I'll say this: his wife is a baddie. I'll say that.
yeah,
Yeah, but no,
uh,
what I what I hate about his game is he'll get the rebound and then he'll bring the ball up the court like he's a point guard. And then lots of times when he does that, he'll like drive into traffic, he'll get stripped, lose the ball, or he'll get in the
We
air
know
and have
that
to make
oh
a
very
bad pass.
well.
I
Yo,
hate when he
man.
does that. That hurts their offensive flow. And if you're paying attention when you watch the T Wolves games, you can kind of look at the other players. Their body language, like body language, is very important. You can kind
yeah,
of see through their body language. They do not like when he does that. But for whatever reason, ain't nobody. I guess they scared of him or something. I guess Randall's a tough dude that's a head buster or something. Because
He
nobody don't
ain't
say nothing to
ain't
him.
no
but wait,
Texas.
hold on. Correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, y'all. Isn't
Uh huh.
Randall's option a player option for 40 million?
yeah, it
Yeah, it
is.
is. It is.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
it's not even up
But
to y'all if
he can
Randall
opt
opt
in
in
for
or
that.
not. It's up to Randall if he want to opt in for 40 million
That's why I'm
next season.
saying. That's why I'm leaning
That's
more
why he
likely
said they
that
So
gotta
he's going to
move
get
him.
traded. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah, like she said, that's why I'm leaning more into like he's going to trade him. Like
And
because I know my OG legend Spike Lee wasn't that big of a fan of Julius Randle, so he definitely
a
ain't either.
lot, a lot of people, a lot of
you
people
know,
are fans of
part of the
Julius
re-
Smith.
Like I love my Spike Lee movies,
the
but
part
yeah,
of the reason why I think I was so like I like Julius Randle so much, and like even when the trade happened, I was so like upset, is because like I saw him at the latter stages before he got injured last season, play more off ball, and was having one of the best stretches of basketball of his whole entire career, and just
Hmm.
letting Jalen Brunson orchestrate the show. And he does
Yeah.
what he does. He's getting to the cup. He's rebounding at a high level, being very selective with his 3-point shots, and it was working. And it just seemed like when he went to Minnesota, he reverted back to all the bullshit. And all
you
of it. Like,
know when they
But
first did the trade, I tried to be positive about it. I was like, okay, yeah, Cat my guy, but I can see why they traded him. But then I was like, one thing Randall could do better than Cat though. If you put a small guy on Randall, Randall could take advantage of the mismatch. I don't know why Cat's been in the league for 10 years now. He's still like he doesn't take advantage of mismatches. Like he never did when he was in Minnesota. He's doing it a little bit more now, but it's kind of weird. You're like 10 years in the league and now you're doing that. You could have been doing that like 8 years ago. But it's
finesse
like in
player. That's
Minnesota,
why.
he never take advantage of mismatches. He put a small guy on him and it's like he's not really impactful. And
yeah,
Randall, you put a small guy on Randall, Randall can cook. Because
See,
one thing that worries me about when y'all play the Celtics, they're going to have Drew Holiday guarding Cat. He's going to somehow be
hmm,
able to neutralize Cat.
wow.
Watch when y'all play them. They're going to have Drew Holiday guarding Cat. He's going to somehow
They did that already
stop
in
Cat, and
game
it's going to
one. In
work.
game one,
Yeah,
yo,
and it's going to work. They're going to do it again, and it's going to work.
I
And y'all
promise
going to
you, if
be
they
mad.
do that, Jalen Brunson is going to give them 50. Uh, he's going to give them 50. Yeah,
And
say
I
what?
said something earlier about Jalen Brunson though. If they don't call those little flop fouls he be doing, where he'll purposely jump into you and shoot the ball, I don't know why the fuck that's a foul. But if they don't call that for him, he's not that really impactful.
The
It's the
thing
same
is,
thing.
the
It's the
thing.
same thing as it's the same thing as
Nah,
I kind
he could go off for
I
Austin
three.
kind of
Reeves for the
disagree.
Lakers.
I kind of
He does the
disagree
same
with that.
thing.
I kind of
Definitely.
disagree with that because Jalen Brunson's hitting more shots this year than he was last year. It's a
Nah, if
different
he's
tool
knocking
now.
down shots, he
It's
good. But if
that's what
he's
I'm
driving to
saying.
the rim, if he's driving to the rim, he does
No,
that all the time. He'll just do that little flop.
I
If the
will agree
referee
with.
could just not call that shit, you'll
Yeah,
see he's not as impactful if they do that.
But
Don't
I
let him
will.
just jump into somebody and shoot the ball. That's not how you shoot a basketball. I don't know
I
yeah,
why
will.
players do that.
I will agree with you on this. Sometimes he does get too caught up in trying to draw the foul.
Yeah.
But I do not agree with the fact that if he doesn't get the foul, like sometimes he be so focused on getting the foul, it will throw off his game, right? But when he come out focused on solely getting buckets, he's still just as impactful, even if they're not calling fouls for him. Uh,
Um.
and that's just you could just look at his field goal percentage to tell you that much. Like my guy like get buckets like for instance somebody that I would that equals what you were saying before is Trey Young before they changed up the rules where you couldn't
Yeah,
trail the person in. Like Trey Young was that what you're saying about Jalen
right,
Brunson,
right.
like because and the shooting numbers at that point would dictate that's true. He was shooting low 40%. He was shooting low 30% in 3-point shooting for somebody who was supposed to be named as a sharpshooter, but he was getting most of his points off the free throw line. You know what I mean? But yeah,
You know,
Jalen, yeah.
yeah, the NBA ratings is down, they're saying. I honestly believe that's the reason why. You got superstar players flopping to get an advantage to beat you. I think that's why everybody likes Giannis so much. Giannis is a great player, of course, but he don't be flopping. He just plays
Yeah.
straight up. I think people respect
you
that.
know,
Because like I said, all these players be flopping. I'm reading what the guy wrote. Yeah, the Joel Embiid, he be flopping. Luca be flopping. SGA be flopping. And
Yeah.
it's like De'Aaron Fox is a flopping. Jalen Brunson be flopping. All these guys be flopping to get an advantage. And then Trey
Yo,
Young, he's kind of the guy that started it. All that shit he used to do
well, I
back
think
a
it
couple
was
years
more
ago.
LeBron.
yo,
LeBron
real
kind of
quick.
started the flopping.
Yo, real quick. Did
He
y'all
kind of
see
stopped
the
doing it though.
did
Yeah,
y'all
He
he
see
used to
the
did.
do it,
He
but he
right.
stopped. He stopped.
Yeah.
He
did,
stopped.
did, did y'all see the video of Joel Embiid at the free throw line and he missed the free throw and couldn't help himself and he flopped at the free throw line? That's the
Yeah,
wild.
Joel Embiid. You know, when Joel Embiid is fully healthy, he's actually the best player in the league. When he's fully healthy, no injuries, he can just play ball and not have to worry about no injuries. He's actually the best player in the league. But he do be flopping though,
Yeah, no, he's a
Yo,
foul merchant.
but
He's a
I don't
foul
know
merchant.
about
because
that.
all them years, Cat was in Minnesota. Every time they played the Sixers, Joel Embiid will always light him up. He couldn't do nothing with Embiid
I
every
And
don't
that's
know.
year.
I think the
I
thing
think Joe.
to your point earlier too about Cat not being able to take advantage of the mismatch. I think is a strength thing. Cat is not really strong. You know what I mean? He's not really that strong. And you can see it when he's driving to the rim, he get bumped. Like he be the one moving out the way most of the time.
He'll
Like
fall
and
down.
yeah,
Fall. He always
yeah.
falling.
But
Do you?
I also contribute that to him being a shooter. And shooters do not like to lift weights because they scared that it's gonna fuck up their touch. Yeah, I mean, so
Do you know how frustrating it was last season when watching that Western Conference Finals? How PJ Washington, who's only 6'8", Cat 7 foot, he's pushing Cat out the paint. He's forcing Cat to shoot the ball all the time. He's not making the shots, and there's nothing else Cat can do. He can't really drive to the rim because you got big ass Lively and Gafford down there waiting for him. And it's like, bro, that literally hurt Minnesota. Minnesota
yeah.
couldn't, they had no answer for that. And Dallas took advantage and beat us.
Now
If
here's the
Cat
difference.
doesn't do that, we probably win that shit. I mean, I
Here's
can't guarantee nothing, but we probably would have won.
So here's the difference in this situation too. Like with you guys, y'all also had Rudy there. Like nobody got to guard Rudy. Nobody
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
guard Rudy.
Not an
Word.
offensive player. Yeah, he's there to
With
get
the
rebounds and block shots or make people deter their shots. He's not
now
there to play offense. Yeah, that's
now
true.
with now with this version of Knicks, we play five out. Yeah, I mean you got to check somebody. in that starting five, you ain't gonna be sitting in the paint waiting for Cat to get to the bucket. If that's gonna
Yeah,
happen, it's gonna be a bad day for you. That means you're leaving OG open, you're leaving Mikal open, and people sleep on Josh Hart 3-point shooting ability, but he stepped it up this year. You're
yeah,
leaving
Mikal.
Josh. Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
fact.
yeah.
Mikal Bridges is owed an apology because they was hating on Mikal earlier this year. I knew he was going to turn it around because I remember when he played for Phoenix. He's always been a quality player. I was like, he going to turn that shit around. He be all right. He struggle right now, but he going to
Nah,
turn that around.
I
But
never had a worry, man.
I never
exactly.
had to worry. I'm
Never.
not a Knicks fan, but I know when Mikal played for the Suns, he was always a really, really good player. He ain't no
Hmm.
superstar or nothing. He ain't your number one, but you got him on your team, you good, you know. And I
Yo,
knew that, but I remember hearing they were talking about they should trade him. I'm like, they ain't gonna trade him. But he's playing good for y'all now. He's making
T-Time.
most of his shots. He's playing smart, right pass, smart passes. Yeah, so yeah, Mikal, he doing his thing.
yo, real quick, y'all. I'm out. I'm on absolute fumes right now. I'm struggling. So y'all can stay. Y'all do what y'all doing. This is great. This is great content. Yo, shout out you, Brody, for pulling up. Really do appreciate you. I just gotta do
Yeah,
one thing before I get up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Sharing is always caring. And go get you a Nixon Ish hoodie. Click the link. Well, the link is the going scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I'm out. Y'all be cool. I holla.
I'm
Hey.
waiting
Have a
for
good
my
night.
black one. I'm waiting for my black one. but
Yeah, man. Tough one, man.
but to add on to what T Tom was saying, people forget you could if you even leave Brunson open from three now, it's a problem because Brunson's
yeah,
shooting over 40% now.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
upped his
Brunson.
game from three as well, so it's not like he is just up, up in his points as he's also upped his
He's
assists as
shooting
well.
43%.
That's what I'm saying,
He's
Yeah,
shooting
and he's
43%.
averaging a career high in assists right now. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Brunson's a good player. I just don't like the flopping. But that's true. If you leave him open, whether it's mid
He's
range
knocking
threes,
him down.
he's usually
Here,
cash
let
money.
me. This is what I wanted
And
to comment on. If I
he kind of
go ahead,
added
Kev,
that. He
I'll
kind
wait.
of
I'll wait.
added that to his game in recent years, but he wasn't doing the whole flopping shit in the beginning
That
when
shit
he
irritates
first
me. I
got
ain't gonna
here.
lie. Because he was doing
If
that.
I
He was trying to
may,
do that. He was trying to do that to Atlanta last week, and they weren't calling it. And I noticed he wasn't
if I
really, his
may,
rhythm was
I
off.
know, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about when he goes at the guy's, when he goes at the guy's chest.
When he
Pause.
takes his body in front of the defender and then stops and pops back.
Oh,
Right.
that
And
should.
he's
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, yeah, that's been a plague for like what 15 years now. The flopping
Yeah.
shit. I will agree with that because when LeBron was on Miami, he was getting a lot of those calls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People forget
But the
he
thing
was
is that
getting
when he doesn't pop himself back, they don't call anything and he's getting hit.
true,
they're not
true.
Yeah,
calling it
he gets
sometimes
yo.
because it's not like the player is just hitting him. He's putting himself in a situation where the player can hit him. If the
That's
player hits you, then yeah, it's a foul. But if you're
You know what?
jumping in front of somebody instead of just going to shoot the ball, why
yo,
would they shouldn't call that?
Paulie said
It's
he learned that from Luca in Dallas.
yeah.
Yeah, he be doing that. Yeah, yeah, Luca. Yeah,
It's who creates the contact pretty much at that point. Like if
But
you
you know,
really think about it.
at what point, right, does the defender take accountability? Because
Right.
you gotta know who you're playing, and you gotta know that these kind of players are gonna look for the flop. So you gotta be aware that at what point does the
yeah.
defender get accountability for keep fouling at the same time?
Nah,
I
you're
mean,
right. They players need to smarten up and watch for that. Some players do though, but yeah, you're right. In general, players need to kind of like if you're playing the Knicks, playing Brunson, he's going to do that. Especially if
Right.
he can't beat you. If you're guarding Jalen Brunson 1-on-1, if he can't beat you off the dribble, he's going to flop and get that foul. He's not going to just play straight up. He's going to do that flopping
And it's
because he ain't
usually
the
when he got
fastest
a
of
big
players. He don't got the
defender
quickest
on
of
him.
first step. You
Yeah.
know, the fastest player in the league is De'Aaron Fox. Ain't nobody standing in front of him. Jalen Brunson
Nah.
ain't nowhere near as fast as that. So he's going to flop if he can't beat you off the dribble. So yeah, you gotta
But
if you're playing defense, you gotta watch for that.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, man, like Jalen Brunson. I mean, like even Dyson Daniels last time we played Atlanta, you saw, he wasn't falling for none of that shit. He
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see,
really
yeah,
gave Jalen Brunson a run for his money on the defensive end. Like he was giving
yeah,
him fits. I think actually in the last two games, Dyson Daniels kind of gave Jalen Brunson fits.
Yeah, he did.
yeah. He's a good defender. Yeah, one of the better
Yeah, that
defenders.
kid.
Yeah,
That kid is a sneaky player, man. Like
he's gonna be a.
he was stuck in like the back depth part and with the Pelicans, and he didn't get much playing time over there. But with Atlanta, they definitely know how to use him.
He's gonna be in top five in steals for years to come if you really think about it. He's a ball hawk, as we like to call it. If you
Yeah.
know basketball, he's a ball hawk. He's on it. His eyes are just
Hey,
watching it. That's
I
like
wanted to
me.
say this:
But
if y'all don't win a championship, I don't think y'all gonna win this year. But if y'all don't win a championship next year, y'all might end up trading Cat. Cat's what, 29? He's on that big ass contract. Y'all going to be
Mhm.
looking for ways to improve your team. No team is not going to do that. The Knicks are surely going to do that. This is the biggest market in the league, so it's always win now. So if y'all don't win a championship next year, y'all going to be saying bye bye to Cat
I don't
because y'all
know.
ain't going to trade Brunson. Brunson's probably going to be there until he
Nah,
retire.
Brunson's might
Yeah.
might retire, Nick.
Brunson is going up in the Raptors.
But you never know. Listen, you never know. You never know, man. Like this front office, the way they move in silence, bro. You never know what this front office is up to, man. Like nobody ever expected Julius Randle to get traded, and boom, he got traded. We didn't even expect Dante to get traded. We was going into the season like the Villanova boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
just,
so
just like
so
yeah.
nobody else expected Leon Rose to pull what he pulled on the trade anyway. Because remember,
yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, well, how did y'all have cap space to get him? $1." Where?
Any
Yeah.
trade, even the OG trade.
The OG trade was crazy.
Like,
That was a good trade
no,
for y'all. That was
Yo,
a good
but
trade for
like,
y'all.
That
yo,
was an
that
amazing
happened,
trade.
yo, crazy. But like, it's crazy, right? Because who thought we was gonna trade? Ain't nobody had RJ and Quick in trade talks. You
facts.
know, it
Yeah,
just it just happened overnight. Everybody was sleeping.
yeah.
We woke up, but boom, yo, RJ and motherfucking Emmanuel quickly traded to
That was
Toronto.
a that was a good trade for y'all. That
That
was a really good
Hmm.
was,
trade for y'all.
it
Yo,
was, it was.
I said it too. I'm like, yo, I said I got a feeling the Knicks is going after OG because you got to remember the CAA ties, right? OG and Towns was both under CAA at that
Yeah,
time. Leon Rose had Towns on his radar since 2020. I say this a lot,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
They've
all
been
know
wanting to
this is
get
facts.
pounds.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
a fact.
one of the guy that work in y'all front office, a guy named Gerson Rosas. He
Yeah, he
used to
was
be the
our
GM
general
for my
manager,
team.
right?
Yeah, and then he left,
No,
and then he
no,
went to New York, and he was a
Leon
big Cat
Rose,
fan. So
Leon Rose was his agent. Was
yeah,
Cat's
Leon
No,
Rose is
agent.
the
no.
You got to
agent.
remember
Yeah,
that.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
Leon Rose
Leon
was
Rose
Cat's
was a,
agent.
but the guy that he's talking about was the guy that drafted Anthony Edwards. He was involved
yeah,
in all that.
Rosas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know you're talking about.
he works with y'all front office
he
now,
works for our
and
front office. Yeah, right.
he's a big Cat fan, and he obviously
Yeah.
wanted Cat.
I wouldn't doubt that he's probably the one that kept putting it in their ear, like, man, just you just gotta make the move. Just make
He's
the
like,
call.
Yeah.
he's like Leon. You know you want him. You know you want him, Leon. Leon.
The
You know you want him, Leon. You've been wanting him for 5 years, Leon. 5 years,
The thing
Leon.
about it
It's your
is,
time. Go get him.
Cat did not want to leave Minnesota. He did
Nah.
not want to leave. He was like, I
No,
do
he
Yeah,
not want to.
did. I
This is
mean,
my
said
we
team.
that.
saw it
He did
tonight.
not want
Like
to leave.
the fans
Yo.
love him,
Yo. You
and I
know that
think it's
I heard.
mutual.
I'm sorry, Anna. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I think the love was mutual because, like, when he said they said when the trade happened, he went to them kids' soccer games to say goodbye.
Oh, yes. I was about to
Yeah,
So
say that, yo.
there's definitely love there, and it's nice to see that it's mutual because there's I feel like on our end we didn't get that much love because of all the mess we gave Randall. It was like a dry like good looks. Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
It
Yeah.
was it was dry as hell. You know what I mean? Like you could definitely see the love between Cat and Minnesota.
Nah,
Hmm.
facts. Yeah, I saw the message that he left um after the trade, and it was just like you said, dry. Like, I thought he was gonna write some shit and it was just regular.
Right.
Um but I remember that was the one where the reporter said that his daughter started crying when she found, because apparently they had some kind of bond, and
Mm-hmm.
she started crying or whatever, and then the reporter, and Cass spoke,
Yeah,
and he went to the soccer game, they took pictures and all that.
But you
But
even saw it today, like so many fans had like
yeah,
signs for him.
yeah,
yeah.
you could see in his face, like, he was sad when they made that tribute video to him. You
Looked like he was
it
about
was
to cry in
Well,
some part.
Yeah,
you
facts,
Yeah.
know why?
facts,
You
big
know why?
facts.
He was crying. He like, man, y'all gonna do this to me? Y'all know I'm coming to give y'all this work. Y'all gonna make me.
Like,
That's
I
what he
don't want to
said.
give y'all. He's like,
He
like,
like,
deep down
damn, man.
inside, like, I really don't want to give y'all this work, but I'ma have to, man. Y'all like
Like,
force my hand. Y'all force my hand.
he like,
But nah,
yeah,
man.
like, yeah.
I don't know. Y'all got anything else that y'all wanna? I think we
Cool, man.
pretty
Other than
much.
that, I
Solid. You
just
said you have you do Timberwolves podcast or something.
Correct. Yeah, I do videos covering the Timberwolves. Yes.
Put your
Oh,
tell everybody your stuff, your social media stuff.
yeah. So we could follow you.
Yeah, you could just type in Solid as T, and then my videos would come up. I was going to cam up, but I know it's late, but I had just got done running an errand. So, but next time I come out here, I'm gonna cam up. But yeah, if you just type in my name, my stuff will come up, and I do videos covering the Timberwolves. I'm from Minneapolis, so that explains why I'm a Timberwolves fan.
Got
are
you.
you
You
from
Oh,
the
know,
that's
Twin
what's up.
Cities?
A real
You from the Twin
Minnesota
yeah,
Cities? That's
fan.
what's up,
Word. That's
bro.
the first time
yeah, I'm
I
from
Minneapolis,
met
St.
Minneapolis,
somebody
bro.
Paul,
That's the
Twin
first
Cities.
time in
Yep.
my life I met
Rock L.
somebody from Minnesota, yo. That's crazy.
Respect to you, Silas, for real.
Word.
Respect,
Shout out
man.
to
And yeah,
you, bro.
Appreciate it.
and
Appreciate it.
please do pull up for the next after the next game against the Knicks,
To be
if you
honest,
choose to.
to be honest, I wouldn't mind pulling up if it's like games where we're not playing each other. Like I wouldn't mind doing
No,
commentary with y'all on
definitely
other
could.
games.
You could
Definitely
definitely
gonna
just
pull
let
up for
us
the
know
next
and we
one.
can send you the link.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
because
we
like I
open
said,
to
I
all
got
that.
y'all. Because like I said, I'm sub, so I get when y'all go live, I'm notified. So I'll just hop on, and if y'all down to let me come on there, I'll do that. But it don't got to be a Timberwolf game. It can be any other game. I'll chop it up with y'all because
Okay.
huge New York fan. You know, New York hip hop, just New York City in general.
Okay.
So definitely always
Hey,
down for
man.
some New York type stuff.
So let me
Oh,
ask you
that's
something,
cool.
because now we're gonna get into the ish part of things. Are you like, when it comes to baseball, what kind of, you a Yankee fan or you a Twins fan?
Um, Baseball, that's a good one. Actually, I'm a Seattle Mariner fan.
Okay.
Mm.
Mm.
Because when I
Okay.
was a kid, I used to play baseball. My
Ken,
favorite player was
Ken
King
Griffey.
Griffey.
Yeah, I
Ken
was about to
Yeah,
Griffey.
say Ken
Okay, yeah,
Griffey.
that was my guy. I ain't gonna hold it. And it hurt my heart to know that he hated the Yankees, but I understood why he did. I can't even be I can't even be mad at him. That what the Yankees did was kind of whack. So, hey.
when it comes to New York baseball, I kind of like the Mets. Like Mike Piazza was my guy. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, Mike Piazza was my dude. Yeah, I ain't gonna front.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, listen, I gotta deal with that every day, man. My pops is a diehard Met fan, man. Me and him go to battle every day, almost all the time.
Yeah,
Oh
But yeah,
man.
that's what's
man,
up.
No way.
Yo, Solidus, man.
we
Enough respect
appreciate
to
you
you,
pulling
man,
up,
for
man.
pulling
Word.
up
Yeah, no doubt,
and
man. I appreciate y'all for
chopping it
having
up
me,
with
man.
us on the game. Not a
Fact.
problem, man. Anytime, man. You know.
It was a
So
blessing
before
to
we
meet you.
before we
Word.
get off, we play
Yeah, same here.
Saturday, New
Sis.
Orleans. Your girl is in New Orleans already. Better
Okay.
bring home the win.
Oh, you
Hmm.
out there already?
Yeah, she said she was
Facts.
gonna be there. She said she was
Okay,
gonna be there
okay.
for the game in
Hey,
advance. She already,
Oh,
sis was
that's a
already
dub right
on it.
there.
She was waiting for the. She was waiting for Monday to hit just to be out. I guarantee that. 'Cause sis said she was gonna be out there for the week. Like she said, I'm
well,
Facts.
you
going
know,
out
I'm gonna
there
So
for
tell
the
y'all
y'all
week.
like
playing the
She
this.
told me.
Pelicans on Saturday?
Yeah, we playing the
Yes.
Pelicans.
Oh, that's a dub. Y'all winning that.
Um.
Y'all already know that.
I was just about to pass it around real quick to everybody to say, what's your thoughts on the Knicks Pelicans game? You know what I
So I'm gonna
mean?
Just, you
start.
know, go ahead, do
Go
you?
ahead,
Don't
sis.
don't play down to the opposition.
There
We've
you
done it
go.
too many times this
Facts.
There you
season.
go.
We know they're extremely hurt, but do not play down to them because you're gonna play down to them, you're gonna lose. I'm not walking out of that arena with an L. It's not happening. I will meet the team at the bus if they play down to
You
them.
know, she's done it before too,
Word.
and that's the crazy part. She's
Yo,
done it
word.
before. They better
Word.
chill,
She
cause
pulled
they
up on
know.
Randall, like, what up, bro?
Word.
Facts.
Few times she pulled up on
Pulled
Julius,
up
as a
on
matter of
Randall,
fact.
like, and took a selfie with him, like, yeah,
So that's my
I
only
hear
thing.
that.
We know we could from games like today, games like when we played Denver, and we know what we're capable of. But then there's games like the Atlanta game, like that Celtics game, where it's like, okay, so definitely don't take them lightly, regardless of their situation,
Hmm.
because it could be anyone's night. Guys love
Uh,
playing the Knicks.
Yeah.
So,
and you got to remember they're a little mad from what we gave them a beat down not too long ago.
hmm
So
Yeah,
so
I got the
that's my
Knicks.
only thing. Don't play down to them. It should be an easy
yeah,
win, but definitely don't overlook any team.
yeah,
Yeah, I
facts.
got the Knicks winning that game. Now that I know they're playing them, I got the Knicks winning that by like 15.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't think y'all got nothing to worry about.
yeah. But you know what it is, bro. Like we'll go and play like today, right? We played all around a great game, solid performance, right?
Right.
And then we'll go play a team like this and drop a dub.
Facts.
Word.
Yo, like we'll
You be
completely
like,
play
bro,
the
what the
complete
fuck?
opposite, bro. Like the complete
Can't make a
opposite. The other
shot.
can't make a shot. The other team is just all of a sudden they become the Golden State Warriors overnight and knocking
Yep.
down threes all over the place. Everybody. So that's what she means by don't play down to your competition. Because that one Denver game, we played great against Denver. Then the next game, boom, drop the dub.
Couldn't make a
So
shot.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's what she means
we
by that.
playing the Warriors. We playing the Warriors on Saturday. That's another challenge.
Mm.
Because Steph
I don't
got shut
know.
down tonight. Steph got
Let's
shut down tonight. He gonna be looking for
shut
revenge.
down. Listen, when you take Memphis minus 44 and a half and get a green on that,
Yeah.
listen, something is wrong in Golden State, my friend,
Yeah.
because I took Memphis to win by 45 and they won by like 50 plus. Even in
Wow.
garbage time, yeah,
Bro,
you
did
didn't
you
see
see the
this.
score, Kev?
I was about to
144
say,
to
Kev,
Wow.
93.
Yeah, it was a while.
Wow.
I was watching it. I was watching most of that game on League Pass while I was watching the Wolves game at the same time,
Kev,
and I was
you
like,
want to
"Damn,
know
they
what the score?
smoking
You
their
want
ass."
you want to know what the score was near the end of the third? It was like 110, 111 to like 60.
Yeah, it's a dub.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Steph wants out of there.
Steph had 2 points leading up to the third. Yo, they had him on
Yo,
hey, you
slamps.
want to know
It was
something
like,
funny? In the
whoa.
in the
crazy.
West tonight, all the good teams lost.
Yep.
Denver lost.
Mm.
Phoenix lost. Golden State lost.
Golden
We
State
lost.
lost. Yep.
Yeah, we lost.
I think the only team that
The
won was OKC, right?
Now that yeah, they won,
Okay.
and then the
Yeah.
Lakers. I don't look at the Lakers as a good team, but I guess you could say that they beat the Kings. I don't think the Kings are a good team, but
Yo, the
whatever.
Kings are like I got a little drop off this year though.
It's because the
Yeah,
Rosen, you got to understand, what do I always say to y'all? When it's too many mouths to feed, right? That's what
yeah,
happens when it's too many mouths to feed. You got DeRozan now, who he demands touches. Pause.
Uh,
Like, you know what I
same
mean?
problem he
Like,
had with Levine.
Exactly. It's still the same thing, regardless if he plays with Levine or not. He was like that before playing with Levine. So at the end of the day, look, you're adding a guy who demands touches. De'Aaron Fox, who plays with the ball in his hand more often than not, because he is the
Right,
floor. He is more of a floor general than anything. Okay.
right.
Then you have the other guys that play off of that. Um, Sabonis, who he gets a lot of touches, especially just by himself, just creating his own rebounds. You know what I mean? So it's like
But they
you
really didn't
added
lose anybody, right? They just added because I don't remember them losing any key pieces for them to have such a
nah.
drop off.
It wasn't losing key pieces. It's the fact that you added in a DeRozan, and now DeRozan has a fall off. Remember, DeRozan used to be a regular 20-point per game scorer.
Yeah, you're right.
Now you don't even see him score 15 a lot of games.
I mean, he's going on 36, so age is catching up. So
Yeah,
that's a
it
Yeah.
is.
factor.
But he used to be a mid-range king. He fell off with that too. Like, let's be real. DeRozan used to be one of the mid-range snipers of the league.
Nah, that's a fact. Couldn't shoot a three to save his life, but
Word, but
mid range was wild.
15 to 20, 15 to 20 feet, yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
day.
right.
What's up?
But
All
as
right,
far
man.
as I feel, as far as I feel, I say the Knicks win this game, especially if we play like we played tonight. Hopefully Josh
Mhm.
Hart will be back in the lineup for Saturday, which I'm hoping he is, because then that's really gonna tell me it's a blowout. Because listen, we you got
Who's
to
gonna
remember
stop him?
something, y'all. We won how we won without Josh Hart. We had Josh Hart, we win by 40.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Cause they
we win
play
by
with a
40.
whole different kind of play pace when Josh Hart is there.
Because he
Exactly,
pushes
and
it.
he
Yeah,
pushes
yeah.
it, and he dictates the tempo as well because it's like, okay, do I want to? And you see a lot when he comes up the court with the ball. He's already looking. Okay, do I got anybody with me? All right, what can I do? All right, all right. I got the matchup. Okay, yeah, 1-on-1. Shake you, layup. Thank you. Yeah, next possession.
Hmm.
Come on. You see what I'm saying? So if Josh
Yep.
Hart is playing next game, Knicks by 20.
Let's get
Literally,
it.
Knicks by 20. All right,
Yeah, he moved around a
and
little bit, but he was always a quality player. Josh Hart.
Hmm.
walking triple double whenever he wants, from the bench or starting. Not many players can do that.
Fact.
Not many players in the league can do that. Let's be
Yeah, I
real.
think he got like five or six triple doubles already, right?
Yep.
Is it? Yeah,
All of
I
his
thought it
triple
was.
doubles, his career have been with the Knicks.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
I
Yeah.
want to say one more
Um,
time. Don't forget, everybody. Please press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is caring, and also don't forget. Y'all know if y'all want one of these lovely Knicks and Ish hoodies, the link is right there, running across the bottom of your screen in the banner. Go and check out the Knicks and Ish Shopify page. We do have them in black as well. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for my black one to come. So don't think I'm just promoting it. I bought mine too. All right. So let's be real, people. All right. I bought mine too, and I'm waiting for mine. So again, go and check out the Shopify. And don't forget, if y'all go on the YouTube, make sure y'all got the bell active and make sure it says all on notifications so you get notified every time we pop up and do a live here at Nixon Ish. And once again, we would like to shout out our guest, Solid as T, Timberwolves fan, for
Yes,
pulling up
sir.
and chopping it up with us on the recap. Much appreciated for you on the pull up.
No
And
problem.
we will see you again for other lives as well. And hopefully for the next
and
Timberwolves meeting against the
Yeah,
Knicks. Go
definitely.
ahead,
yeah,
Kev. Go
and
ahead.
don't forget to give him a follow too. Give that man a follow.
Definitely. Follow. Go
Facts.
ahead,
Word.
follow his social media pages as well, because you know we do. We support the support over here.
Facts.
Definitely.
All right, I
And
And
if
appreciate
we'll
y'all.
see
I
All
y'all
right,
appreciate
man.
y'all for having
Saturday.
me. I'll chop it up with y'all next time. Y'all stay
Yep.
blessed. I'm out.
You
You
too.
too,
Have a
definitely,
good
bro.
y'all
night.
have
Easy,
a good
bro.
night.
Have a good
And
night.
we'll see everybody for the next recap on Saturday after the Pelicans game.
It's
Shout
gonna be a little
everybody
while
out.
because I gotta get home, but we'll be
Hey,
here.
we here.
Exactly.
Right.
Hopefully we'll have hopefully we'll have sis live from the arena on
Facts.
we'll see what we can work out. I ain't gonna make no promises, all right? So
Ooh, that'd
all
be
right,
fire, yo.
we
That'd
can't
be
make no
fire.
promises. I'm hoping for it because this was just a thought in my head. This just popped up into my head literally as I because I forgot she did say she was gonna be in New Orleans. So this was a thought that just
Word.
popped into my head. So hopefully we'll see what we could work out. Hopefully we can get this live from the arena.
Go pull up on
You know
Josh
what I'm
Hart,
saying?
man.
I mean, I know when they come out, I'm gonna be waiting
Yo,
for them.
word, like yo,
Exactly. You
Josh,
never
yo,
know.
B, can
Yeah, I
I get a
know.
little
Hey,
interview with my guys, B?
and let's not forget they watch Knicks ish. They follow Knicks ish. So you
Facts.
know,
Oh, son.
Josh Hart, please, roommates, come on, pull up on us, man.
Look,
I
I
want
know what
an
hotel
interview
they
with the
stay at
guys.
out here. I literally was telling Frank, I'm like, so they play Minnesota Thursday, so they probably be in New Orleans Friday, right? He like, yeah. I'm like, we remember what hotel they stay
All
in.
right, right. How you say? How you
Hey
say?
Cause
Oh,
man, that's how you.
last season we caught Evan Fournier just walking on the street.
mm,
Yo, that's crazy.
yeah, that's
And you
ill.
pulled up on Julius, so
Yup, sure
Facts.
did.
Yo, Julius got tired of her. Yeah, she found him everywhere. She
he
found
still
out
ain't a
Julius a few. Yo,
he still ain't a block hoe. He unblocked
Sure
you.
did.
why? Yeah. He's like, she everywhere
That's
on me. It's
crazy.
like everywhere I go, she's there, bro. Like,
Nah, but if
Oh man.
I'm gonna try,
yeah.
we could go live while I'm waiting for them to come out. To be honest,
That's what
Hey
I'm saying.
man,
Like,
listen, that'd be nice.
we might work something.
I'm gonna have to set it up before I leave for the game. But we'll do that.
They
Okay.
Josh Hart gonna have jokes on me like, yo, are you doing a pod from your balcony, man?
All right, y'all have a good
Yeah.
night, and we see
All
y'all
right,
on
Yo,
man.
shout out to
Saturday.
everybody who pulled up. We'll see y'all Saturday night for the
Peace.
recap of the Pelicans game.
Boom.
Have a good night, everybody.
Peace. Oh shit. I don't want to end, huh?
Right. I definitely clicked end.